The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
And today we have a podcast just for you. It's about the internet. It's on the internet. It's also about internet reviews. It's also about comedy. Reviews from places like Google, Amazon, Yelp. We read them, and sometimes they're funny.
It's usually pretty laugh-worthy, yeah.
Pretty ha-has happening, but we're always funny after the review. Whether the review's got the sauce or not, we bring it. We're like the McDonald's drive-thru. We got little cubby holes filled with various sauces. Sweet and sour, barbecue. Sometimes we even have like a sauce of the month.
Just sort of throw them at vehicles as they drive by. A little
yeah, fast food sauces would be cool if they exploded like those little white poppers when they hit the ground. Except they're big and filled with sauce.
What a world.
That would make sort of like ketchup packet toilet seat pranks crazy.
That would turn them up a level for sure. If you sat down and bumped up a bit when the explosion hits.
Get down! Okay. I think that covers the podcast.
Yeah, that's
pretty
good.
Much it. Do you have a review?
I do. We're talking about McDonald's. I'm looking at one on this Google review right now. It's not a review for the McDonald's, though. It's just the restaurant right next door. It's a Google review for Steven's Restaurant. It just says it's a family-friendly restaurant. I don't know. Let's ask JN about it. JN writes, "Good food. Weird young male employee with beard and curly hair will stare at you if you're a woman, though. 1 star."
Oh, man.
Are you perplexed?
So staring so much that it takes off 4 stars.
That is intense staring. Or bad beard and curly hair.
Yeah, that's intense staring. That is gruesomes in the hair and beard.
Well, I know you're curious what exactly is going on here, so I have another review from Jonas Castricus. They have a bit more to say. And they write, "Upon arriving, it seemed like it would be a decent restaurant. We were seated in the back room area right underneath a window, which happens to be the kitchen on the other side. Me and my brother had walked in with our motorcycle gear, so we were used to getting stares. After being seated, we started realizing a younger staff member, perhaps the owner's son, peeking through the window at us. At first, we assumed he was looking because of the helmets, etc., but after it continued approximately 1 to 3 times per minute, we started assuming maybe he was checking the room for empty tables to clear, as we saw him doing that in the other room. But as it consistently persisted for over 20 minutes, we also noted he would walk to the room's entrance, stare at us for a second, and quickly run away. We complained about him to the waitress and told her we felt uncomfortable with him constantly peeking at us while we ate. Not even 30 seconds after the waitress left, the boy peeked through the kitchen window again and made sure that he stared at us in the eyes individually, long enough for both me and my brother to make eye contact for 2 to 3 seconds each before he darted away again. At this point, we were fed up, and while waiting for the waitress to return, he kept peeking multiple times around the corner as well through the window. Once we went up to the front to pay there was multiple staff almost as if waiting for us. Perhaps just talking, didn't seem too weird, but thought I would add it in. They asked us how we liked our experience, and we told them the food was okay, but we kept getting stared at. While staff was trying to explain to us he was just checking tables to clear, he was staring at us from behind a corner near the kitchen. We pointed him out to staff. "Look, he's staring at us right now." And as the rest of the staff looked, he darted back behind the corner. Weird fever dream Coraline situation. For sure won't be coming back. 1 star.
Yeah, as that review went on, it seemed less and less like a human they were dealing with, and more of some kind of celestial being, perhaps a boogeyman or a yokai.
Pod person.
Yeah, someone's clone that's just around so they can take their organs when they need them.
Yeah, I don't know that I would have stayed that long. If it's 1 to 3 times per minute, it goes on for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to check if there's tables to wash, but there's something going on, man.
Yeah, that's. I haven't worked in service before, but I imagine a quick little. You scan the room and you're like, okay, there's no tables to clear.
Right. Yeah, and you kind of know, okay, that table needs clearing in 10 minutes or so.
And maybe, maybe I can sympathize, like, oh, no tables to clear. I'm going to get out of here before one gets dirty. But I think if you're doing that, there'd be a noticeable, either lightness to your presence or hurriedness, get out of here before there's work to do, not like an unsettling lock eyes for 3 seconds.
If I was in this situation, I would try and take a picture of them.
I would totally have my phone up, yeah.
And not because I wanted a picture of them staring, but because I think it would capture their damn soul. When you snap the picture, if you got them in it, you would hear is like a high pitched otherworldly squelch, and then there would just be a bag of skin on the ground.
Right, yeah. You go out to your car and get the little kitty cat that you keep in the glove box just to ward off the bad spirits or something.
Right. Yeah, you got to go into this restaurant with a necklace of garlic, a cross, just every, a bunch of non-denominational various
wards and
the type of ward someone with a equality sticker on the back of their Prius would have, just all types of different stuff.
I got some sage. I got all sorts of amulets.
And then you can have a 5-star dining experience.
Yeah, all on your own. You got the spices and everything to go.
Yeah, I mean, the food can't be that. If the food was really, really good, no one would mention this kid, I feel like.
Yeah, you would be lost. Those meals where you don't even come up for air. You're just...
Right. It sounded like some very average food, so... Maybe it's just not worth it. The staring boy.
No shade on diners or family restaurants, but anytime you got to take your receipt and pay up front, it's never going to be a 5-star restaurant.
Let me set my credit card on the bill, and you can come and grab that when it's convenient for you while I sip my 4th Pepsi.
Well, I add another Splenda to this iced tea.
I got my own stuff going on. I can't be bringing bills to the front.
No, I don't need more iced tea. I want to see how many Splendas it takes to completely coagulate. I don't drink that stuff myself, but
I want to put Splendas in this until the water overflows. And then I lap at the side of the running water. That's my preferred iced tea intake. I have a review. We're on food. Why don't we keep that going? This isn't that long of a review. This is from Amazon for the Thomas Original English Muffins 18-pack.
The nooks and crannies.
Right. Yeah, you I don't know if you don't know an English muffin. You got to Google that. That's common knowledge around these parts.
Catch up.
D. Kelly titles their review, "Fresh taste, excellent product." They write, "Product arrived early and in perfect shape. Product was very fresh, and I will order again. I eat a homemade sausage and egg, or egg and cheese, muffin sandwich almost every morning. I made my first sandwich this morning from this order, and it was da bomb. The muffin was very fresh, and the taste was good as I ever had. I used to get my Thomas muffins from Walmart and took a chance with this order. From now on, this will be my go-to source for muffins. 5 stars.
Okay, if you're ordering lots of groceries from Amazon Fresh, whatever, I guess, Sure. But most people got a grocery store. I think you're going to find English muffins everywhere.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're into English muffins in this type of way, you gotta branch out from the Thomas, from that name brand. You can't be speaking on Thomas like it's this important artifact, this important resource. It's just the most normal English muffins ever. Not even.
Yeah, they're trustworthy, but unsurprising, unless it's special seasonal flavor.
Mm-hmm. I got some in my cupboard right now. Some wheat, some skinny ones or whatever you want to say. But them are on sale. Now, I'm not even into English muffins, and I'm trying to avoid the name brandiness that is Thomas.
No, if that's your everyday routine, I feel like you owe it to yourself to just stray from the path every now and then.
There's a bagel shop in the neighborhood that'll sell them a fucking bag of English muffins for like $2.
Yeah, fresh stuff. Ooh, my goodness. English muffins so good you never imagine the possibilities.
English muffins so good you'll say, no way the English made these.
You're gonna have some little fever dream about falling in the giant crevices, drowning in little pools of butter and eggy goodness. Give yourself that chance.
It is kind of, English muffins are kind of what are they, the eggy in the hole?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of that every time. Because you get the cracks, the crevices for the egg to make its way around.
Oh, yeah, that yolk. You got like a over medium egg in there. Whoa, look out.
And then you can squish your heart's desire. There's 2 pieces to these English muffins. When you squish the yolk in there, the texture kind of saves it. It won't explode on you like it would with a burger.
Oh yeah, burgers, game over.
Yeah, I love an egg on a burger. Tasty, umptuous, umami, if you will. But you're gonna make a damn mess on your hands.
You're gonna have yolk hands. It's just I don't know. There's nothing quite like that sticky feeling.
You're going to be begging for a Thomas English muffin from Amazon to sop up that yolk hands with.
Amazon.
Someone call my guy. He comes in an electric van. He throws it on the porch. My dog barks at him. And then I have the muffins.
God, it is getting to be a bit unsettling to see the just like the convoy of Amazon trucks zip out on a Saturday morning.
The scariest
6
part
in a row.
They drop off half their shit at UPS and USPS before it even gets to those vans. It's I'm not huge on retail shopping in general as a concept, but I don't know. I don't know where this country, this culture is going to ridiculous places. But I guess my job is to shop for groceries at the store and deliver them. So I really shouldn't.
I think that's better, though.
I'm going to the source. I'm looking at those packs of muffins and making an informed choice for you.
Yeah.
You know what's scary about Amazon is they never run out of stuff like this. How they got their finger on the pulse of Thomas's English muffins in the way they do?
What deals have they made? In the dead of night.
Oh, Lord, I don't want to know. Do you have a review?
Yeah, this would be a quick one, as long as we're talking about the death of our planet and capitalism, consumerism. I found this from the Apple App Store, actually. I was going to be looking for like a crap app reviews segment, but this one just, well, a lot of the reviews were all saying the same thing, except for this one. This is an Apple App Store review for the Temu app, possibly even worse than Amazon. You use Temu ever?
I try not to.
Okay, same. I have, but I try not to too. So again, this is a review of the app, and Macawell titles their review, "Laser Welder, where can I find them?" And they write, "Unable to find what I want. There's no direction to get in. I'm looking for the laser welder. 1 star. You can find a lot of things on the internet today. You can find a lot of off-brand, knockoff things on Amazon and elsewhere these days. A laser welder?
I'm looking up welding laser on Temu right now. There are like these portable welders that are kind of handheld. I don't really know what the laser means.
I'm not a welding expert. But, okay, well, maybe that's laser welding machine?
There's this box that says jewelry laser welder. Maybe that's what it is?
Is it this thing that's really only $60? What?
Yeah, Temu is terrifying in that way.
Oh, look, you can get internal heated industrial laser welding tools from Walmart, $23.
Well, hot dog.
This scares me a lot. Putting, I don't know, laser. I don't want any lasers unless it's stupid little laser pointer from the gas station with like an interchangeable little projection system, so you can have, ooh, look, it's a skull, and now it's just a point. It should probably cost more than like a family dinner at TGI Fridays.
Anything that is holding two things together permanently, that's not glue, needs to be worth some money.
You'd hope so. Little brass fasteners. I pay more for brass fasteners.
I think this little handheld welder, it might be for little computer parts or something.
Oh.
But even then, yeah, pay some money.
Everything's too easy today. This cynical.
This looks more like a vape than a welder, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. But again, I'm no welder or anything like that, whether it's for actual metal or circuitry, circuit boards, tiny stuff. But I feel like if you're looking for that, there's some specialty places to go. Even specialty websites, sure. But Temu? Fun. Some drop shipper on Walmart.com?
Yeah, I did a similar place to Temu. I did buy something off AliExpress.
Okay, yeah.
Somewhat recently. But that's only because the company's website was like, yeah, just get it on AliExpress from us. I was like, okay.
That's fair then.
You say so.
That's fair.
If that's your choice of proprietor, I guess so. I have a couple reviews. I don't think we'll have too much to say about before we head to the break here. This is from comicbookroundup.com, submitted by Ben McQuiggan.
Nice.
Thank you, Ben. Now that the air is settled from last week's comic submission, Ben has a genuine recommendation. This is Fantastic Four number 30. Number 30 in the current Fantastic Four run. I'll read the synopsis quick. Fantastic 3? After Ben Grimm has suffered a terrible and very public defeat at the hands of Doom, he's left lost, adrift, and more vulnerable than he's been in years.
Oh, no.
And when a trip to New York goes wrong and his fate suddenly turns from bad to worse, Ben has never been vulnerable, and soon takes a shocking shortcut he won't be able to undo. Dun dun dun. We've got a couple critic reviews here. Janelle Holland of Nerd Initiative says, in terms of art, it is the standard Marvel comic look. I really like the way Doctor Doom and the rest of the Fantastic Four look. Even the cover is amazing, and you can see the rocks crumble off of Ben. It really gives a feeling to the reader about how they should feel when they read the comic. I always appreciate the artists who give a unique take on what is happening in the story. 10 out of 10.
Rocks crumbling off of my guy, man.
My guys, let me send you this cover. My man's looking sick.
He should polish himself up in one of those rock tumblers. Whoa!
That's what Doom did to his ass.
Punch him in the butt and made him crumble. Wow, that would be vulnerable for him.
Right. I mean, he's got those little shorts on that were underneath his rocks the whole time.
Those things stinky.
Those things have got to be nasty. Tyler Brown of AIPT writes, Fantastic Four number 30 is a masterclass in depression, loss, and sudden upheaval. North hasn't just gotten into these characters' heads, he's burrowed deep to their emotional core and made them feel more human than ever. 10 out of 10.
Ooh, now that's high praise.
I mean, Fantastic Four, they're known for being four humans.
They are people, yeah.
People be people.
They're more people than ever.
And that's saying something, because the MCU, they got real peoples playing that. They got the guy from The Bear being the Rock Man.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
That's a good cast. Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, that's definitely like, oh, everyone likes this guy. Mm-hmm. Let's make him the star of this one. The Johnny Storm pick, I could take it or leave it. The Sue pick, I don't know. They're people though, so and that's a lot of points.
They are more people than ever.
More human than ever before. That's what I wish. I wish the people at the grocery store were more human than ever before. They're kind of getting subhuman. I think we're going to take a break.
Yeah, need it. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to From the Pages of Peterman. It is what it is. I'm reading clothing descriptions from jpeterman.com. Yes, it's the magazine that Elaine wrote for in Seinfeld. If you don't know that, again, catch up. There's so much out there for you to experience and enjoy. Why am I reading these? Because they're kind of like previews and artistically written and like cool and sometimes evocative and sometimes really dumb. But we're gonna do what we do with them. Okay. I'm going to start with, these are some new items, the 2025 spring. I'm going to start with Cole's boxer shirt. And you're thinking, boxers go on your bottoms, not the shirt. I think it means like what a boxer would wear. The strong, silent type. Cole's a curious guy. Doesn't talk much, and no one knows where he's from exactly. He has a syrupy southern accent, but I heard him speak perfect French once. Could be 25 or 45. And then he wears those t-shirts. They'd look good on anyone, but on him, they seem tailored. The sleeves tease out hints of tattoos. Airborne? Honneur de fileté? O-neg? A blood type? He just smiles and shakes his head. When he wears the button collar open, a silver chain peeks out from the neckline. A pendant, just out of sight, rests beside another faded tattoo. All I have are more questions. A very good sign. Full stop.
Hey, that's the first time that the Peterman catalog is described like a douchey guy.
Yeah, it's oftentimes undesirable guys, but this guy, yeah. We're interested in you, man. Tell us about yourself. And he's just like...
It's the gold chain peeking out for me. I think gold chains are cool or whatever, but It's just the attention to it, the way it pokes out, like it's spontaneous, but in that it's not. Like guys whose hair falls naturally, but they spend it 2 hours.
Oh yeah, I hate those guys.
Yep, the faux natural. Gives
a
us
long
actual
time.
naturals a bad name.
I mostly like this next one. I won't say what part I don't like. It's the men's Nantucket sweater. Nantucket sweater. The Wampanoag named it Nantuckete, meaning faraway land. And that is what it still is. In winter, the population drops down to 7,000, sometimes to 3,000. The little summer roses that cross the tops of the cottages are gone. The wind blows the waves back. In winter, you breathe the lost sea smell. Winter is the time to come, I think. Try a small hotel. Bring books, good walking shoes. Give the fire in the fireplace the attention it deserves. Read, drink a little wine, eat thick chowder. Wander 15 miles up one side of the island and 15 miles back down the other side. I did exactly those things 19 years ago.
Listen, man. You gotta get this shirt and climb some mountains, man.
That's what I did anyway.
For me, it's climbing mountains in clothes that really gets me going.
It was great until that last line for me. I'm like, this is nice. I'm learning what Nantucket means. I'm learning what it's like in the off season. And then the author's like, well, this is what I did anyway. Okay. That's where you're telling me too much how to live my own life. That's your life.
Right. You're already telling me to wear this shirt. You gotta tell me to climb mountains too? Where's it end?
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Make love to your wife? I don't wanna.
I don't want to.
The chowder, fine. The reading, cool. Stoke the fire, I'm there. But don't make me look back wistfully 19 years from now and pass on the Nantucket sweater to some young buck. That's not my cross to bear.
I just giving someone a car. You should probably drive this through a mountain. And you just let them live their life now.
Driving it through a mountain probably would be pretty cool, but that's their journey, not mine.
All right. If you love something, let it go.
This next one, I think I fully cross over into the I hate this one. I'll let you decide though. It's your journey. This is the Silk Monet maxi skirt. Monet at Etretat. Etretat had already been painted by Delacroix and Courbet, but that didn't stop Monet. He thought he could do it better. The sand of the Normandy shore, the light glinting off the cliffs at Cap d'Antifer. At least, that's what we've read. What if his motivation was really his muse, Alice Hochere, with her light-colored eyes and her penchant for silk? What if she was sauntering along the shore that day? What if she wore a flowing silk blouse, asymmetrical neckline, and a drapey, creamy silk skirt? He was a man, after all. Quote, "It's terribly audacious of me to do that after Courbet did it so well," Monet had said of painting Etretat, "but I'll try to do it differently." End quote.
This is, what if famous painter you love, Monet, was actually a guy who liked to jerk off?
Right? What if a celebrated painter was kind of a horn dog, though?
What if all his paintings were about hot ladies and nice clothes instead of whatever he was on, whatever stupid crap he was trying to do.
Picture this. He didn't have visions of landscapes. He had visions of big, big jugs and silky legs. He was a man.
He was a man. If I was Monet, I'd be drawing nothing but hot ladies with big jugs. That would have taught him.
Like, we weren't there. We read a bit about it, but yeah, maybe there was a hot lady, and it's like, I'm going to paint this place with a hot lady in it.
Yeah, sounds like Monet to me.
That's the Monet I know. I think I'll do just a couple more. Yeah, I'll do this one. This one I think I do enjoy. The Captain's Ribbed Sweater. Not for beginners. The smallest navigable harbor in the world, with an entry channel so narrow and angry, even the Coast Guard hesitates on rough days. There's a landing to watch. You're right there. Spray pelts your face like tiny rocks. You wonder, will you jump in if a boat capsizes? Then you see him through the gaps in the fog, or at least his armor. A marled yarn blue sweater, electric, deeper than the ocean, which on this day looks gray and terrible. He has his walk-around sport fisherman dancing through the onslaught. Just another peaceful day of fishing. You swear you can see him smiling.
Fishermen are not fashionistas. Fishermen never be wearing cool clothes. No fisherman I met was going out in Gucci to catch some bass.
They put on a funny little hat maybe if it's cold and wet out, but
it's all about the galoshes.
They're much more functional than fashionable.
Right. Galoshes, overalls, some dirty ass old t-shirt, some dirty hat with like a fishing hook on it.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah. I need an accessory for my hat so people know more about me, but it has to be manly and cool, like the hook. You ever get hooked by a hook? That'll hurt real bad. You can put that in your hat without being girly.
But also, I love gold, so can you make it gold?
I'm just not up on fishing and fashion.
No, me either. I hate to do this. We'll end this with this one, and I have to tell everyone, it's sold out right now. You missed it.
Oh.
You missed it. There's a review of it. Interesting. I don't know how often I actually see reviews of the products on
right.
Peterman. But it is the denim caftan, which is like a big unstructured dress thing. Is the review funny at all? Jill, I'll read the review and then I'll read the actual. I think the Peterman writer does a bit better than verified buyer Jill here, but I'll read Jill's review anyway. Denim caftan. It's the smiley with hearts all around it emoji. After that, she writes, the best. I've gone through 2 in the past 10 years. I constantly wear them. At the ranch with boots and my trusty cowboy hat, or at the coast house as a bathing suit cover-up. At home when I jump out of the shower or have to run to the grocery store. Literally the best dress for road trips and transatlantic trips. So comfortable. I'm so thrilled they're back. 5 stars.
I mean, a glowing review. That's her everyday driver right there.
Brag much, Jill? Whatever. Let's read the actual description, or the product story, as it's called. Pretty smart. New York. Invited up to see Jersey boys. My host is a charming former marine biologist who spends most of her weekends in the Upper East Side garage, her thick auburn hair tucked up under her cap, rebuilding a ragged-out 1953 MGTD. Guess you think you're pretty smart with your caftan offerings. The real reason for my invitation begins to unfold. Quite nice. But what about when it turns cooler? I remained silent, pretending to be absorbed in the process of ice melting in my glass. Next day, she slipped a note into my pocket. During the flight back, I read it. One word. Denim. You know, I think she's onto something.
Denim? What is this? Is this like the fucking 1300s? They're onto something with this denim stuff.
Oh, interesting textile.
I bet you could wear these every day if you wanted. And you're not even supposed to wash them, but I'd be washing them.
Yeah, probably. Using it as a bathing suit cover up. Yeah. I don't like on the horse pasture with this. You gotta wash it.
Horses be farting.
I feel like this one probably was written by J. Peterman Jr. Just like a little punk. Yeah, why don't you try running the business while Dad's out of town? And he's like, denim? What
the answer is denim.
Oh, she has a point.
No, she doesn't. Denim should never be acknowledged.
It's just there.
Just there.
There for you.
Know what else is here for you? A review. Thank you for bringing us to the Peterman catalog.
Mm-hmm.
I have a review, a couple reviews submitted to us by Eric Martin, King of Comedy.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He said, I mostly submitted it for this review, but also I saw this one and had to also include it. So I'll read the also included first, because I think they do both have some special sauce. This is from Amazon for the Vitacost turmeric extract, curcumin C3 complex bioperine, 1,160 milligrams per serving, 60 capsules. Some turmeric extract.
Cool.
This first review is by SD Critic. They write, wow, this stuff works wonders. So one day I started feeling pain in my foot in between the third and fourth toe. Sure enough, I look it up on the internet and the exact description was diagnosed as Morton's neuroma. I read more and the next thing you know, I might need a steroid injection. Or a whole operation if that doesn't work. That's of course courtesy of advanced conventional medical industry. Don't you just love them? I don't. I am a big believer in alternate natural medicines for quite some time, and I knew that turmeric was an anti-inflammatory and anti-infection properties. Went to Amazon, saw the great reviews of this product, and although none of them was mentioning what I had, I still tried to buy it. Abracadabra, 3 days of pills, and the pain was annoying for me for 3 darn weeks, was gone. Everything back to 100% normal. Steroid injections, huh? Doctors. I am not a doctor, I admit, but you guys have a lot more to learn, and I may suggest looking in other venues other than following everything you were taught. This story is living proof. Don't try and speculate or comment with well or but. Turmeric extract, viola, 5 stars. Voila,
Solved it.
I should say.
Dang. 3 days, though? Are you sure it wasn't...
3 days is crazy.
Yeah, the first... Sure enough, Morton's neuroma. You didn't let on that. Did you suspect it was this random thing, or did you just feel the weirdness and look it up and like, okay, there is something, there is a malady that's associated with what I'm suffering right now, so I'm going to definitely say that that's what it is. Sure enough.
Right, she's saying all this stuff about not believing what you read or were taught, but she's doing a lot of believing of what she was read and taught.
Yeah, my lip hurts. I'm gonna go Google that and see. Sure enough, there's something that got Morton's sea salt neuroma of the lip, or I just bit my lip accidentally. I don't know. She's jumping to conclusions. Maybe the doctor's like, yep, that's it. Maybe, though, if I put myself in the doctor's shoes. I'm not a doctor, but if she comes in and is like, I looked it up, I've got Morton's neuroma, what can I do? Because my toes hurt. I'd be like, first of all, you just try to do my job, so I'll tell you what you can do. Pay for surgery. Because that's either going to make her leave or give me some cash.
That's true. That does put it in perspective. That is a good way to deal with.
You think you know better than me?
Person.
Then cough up the money or get the heck out of here.
If it was that serious thing, I'm sure a surgery would help. And
Yeah.
it was just steroid injections. That's really not that serious.
That isn't. That's like, this is going to make you feel good. Trust us.
Here's some go-go juice for the part of your body that needs some go-go juice. If there's side effects, we'll tell you about them. Have a nice day. But Tom's having a great day. Tom Kaiser titles their review, "Great." They write, "I've been taking turmeric for years. I am 82, and all my joints work fine. Because of turmeric, I have full use of my ankles, knees, back, elbows, and neck. I have friends who all they do is complain about how their joints ache. Not mine. 5 stars.
Oh, it shouldn't sound as funny as it does because it really is a big deal, but I got full use of my neck. That's just that is a big deal. If your spine in general, if it's not looking how it should look, that's going to affect every part of your body potentially.
It reminds me of those videos of that like extremely old lady going to like that extreme young man chiropractor. They're just like fucking snapping her neck and she's just like moaning in pain and bewilderment. And they're like, "Oh yeah, nice." Like that'll do great. She's just like, "What is going on?" She barely knows where she is.
Oh god, yeah, because her
man is just
vertebrae probably fused together at that point.
Yep, and they're just
check this out. Most chiropractors won't do this.
Yeah, it definitely had that vibe, but she could have just been on the turmeric.
Yeah. We gotta tell, what's this reviewer's name? Ron? John?
Tom.
Buddy, you didn't need to take it for 82 years or whatever. You just need 3 days.
Yeah, it's true. You waste a lot of money.
I don't know. Maybe I need to get on this. Because certainly there's nothing to be said for keeping physically active and doing stretches and yoga, various mobility exercises. Being genetically predisposed to, I don't know, having a different body than somebody else.
Nope, it's all about the turmeric extract.
Well, if he's been ordering it from Amazon for 80 years, must be doing something right.
And he's claiming he takes it that much. He's getting the 60 count bottle and not the 40 and not the 120 count. You're wasting your damn money.
Oh, you fool.
Not only on literally the bottle, but the shipping? Are you kidding me?
Just go to Costco and get like a bottle of 1,000 and just have a little dish of them like hamster tablets.
Costco is the answer to everything. That's true. You need your Thomas bagels or whatever, go to Costco. If you're cracking out, if you need a lot of anything, Costco is crazy. You know, you don't even need a membership at Costco. You can just like order from Instacart or something. Ooh. Bring it to your door. It's crazy. But with that little tidbit of knowledge, that's reviewparty.com 246. Ooh. Thank you for listening. I'm sure you'd like to know we got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday Reviews Day. If you'd like to send in a funny review for us to muse over, like Ben did, like Eric did. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
We'd love for you to send an email to reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Include your name, a link, or a screenshot of the review so we can give you the credit.
If you want to reach out to us and say, hey, some other way, you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at reviewparty.com or on Twitter at ReviewPartyPod. We're on YouTube. We're on Letterboxd. If you search Review Party, reviewparty.com, you'll probably find some of our stuff. And we've got a website, reviewparty.com. What I'm saying is we create lots of content, and we know you're just looking for more ways to consume it. So those are the ways. Those are the places that you need to bring yourself. Fast.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. If you want something good for your ears, quick, fast, in a hurry, go to Spotify. Check out Nosebleeds. One word. They let us use their song Bread for Breakfast throughout every episode. If you want more great tunes from them, go to Spotify, like I said. Yay! Follow, subscribe, favorite wherever you listen. Review on iTunes. Review on Podchaser. Recommend to a friend. Or subscribe to the newsletter on the website. Hit the bell wherever you listen. Turn on notifications. All that good stuff. You know what it is. But what you're really here for is that finishing review. I have one final review from Amazon this week. This is also for the Thomas Original English Muffins.
Oh boy.
Wendy's talking about them this time. She titles her review Fresh. She writes, I love Thomas English Muffins. Heart on smiley face emoji. No other English muffins will do. These arrived quickly and so fresh. Yum. My local grocery store does not carry them. What a mistake on their part. 5 stars.
Fatal error.